Emerging Political Trends 1977 to 2000. So in this lesson, we are going to discuss about the political events which happened between 1977 to 2000. So these political events were divided, even polarized the contemporary issues in India. So these political events even resulted from single party to multi-party system, and with the help of the multi parties only the government was formed, which is called as a coalition government. From 1977 to 2000, if you observe, the single parties were unable to form the government. With the help of the other parties, which is called as a multi-party system, so multi-party system is nothing but coalition governments were formed. Even economic sphere also changed. It was shifted to the development strategy. In India, the economical development also means that they were shifted to the development strategy to develop the India. Even there were tensions between the economics of market and the politics of democracy. So these tensions played a very important role. The tensions between the market economics of market and the politics of democracy, it was played an important role, and old issues before the independence which were there, like religious issues or caste differences, these all were repackaged. Means these issues were restarted. For what purpose? For the political mobilization. To get the votes from the people, they started dividing the people on the basis of religion or on the basis of the caste for the political mobilization. And not only that, in this chapter we will discuss about the fundamental values which was impacted here. Some of the issues were examined and which was impacted, mainly the unity, democracy, integrity, social and economic change. These all things which have impacted, these all things we will discuss in this lesson. Once again I am repeating here, from emerging political trends between 1977 to 2000, and these political events divided and polarized the contemporary India, and due to this it was resulted from single party rule to multi party system, and no single party was formed the government, and with the help of the other parties only it was formed a government which is called as a coalition government. And it has changed the economic sphere. It was shifted to the development strategy, and there was tension between the economics of market and politics of democracy, which were played an important role in India. And some of the old issues also revived, like religious or caste differences. These all were repackaged for the political mobilization. So to get the vote, these all issues were revived again. In this chapter, we will examine and the main issues which have impacted. The issues which were impacted here: unity, democracy, integrity, social and economic change. These all things we will discuss. How the unity was formed and what kind of democracy we had, and how integrity was changed, and social and economic changes. These all things we will discuss in this lesson. Return of democracy after emergency. So this period between 1975 to 85 was a testing time for Indian democracy. So it began in 1975. It was began with the emergency of state of emergency. So we know that in 1975, Supreme Court has given judgment to the punish to arrest Indira Gandhi. So Indira Gandhi was, at the time she was a prime minister, and she was arrested and she sent to the jail. Then she gave responsibility, nothing but she called for emergency. Then president rule was started. When in an emergency period, democratic rights will be denied. So the people will not have any fundamental rights. So that is the thing happened even in 1975 to 1977. So these 2 years of time was emergency period. Democratic rights were denied. But finally in 1985, if you observe the ending of this period, if you observe, so again it was ended with the victory of Congress. Means 1975 also Congress party was ruling, in 1985 also Congress party was ruling. But in this lesson what we are going to discuss means, in this between the 10 years of period, what happened we are going to discuss in this lesson. So again it was ended with what happened here, Congress party. At the time, who was the prime minister in 1985? Again Rajiv Gandhi. 75 period Indira Gandhi was the prime minister, and 85 period Rajiv Gandhi was the prime minister. So in the middle what happened means Indira Gandhi was assassinated. Though it began and ended with the rule of the Congress party, it saw the emergence of viable alternatives to the Congress at both and center. Means at the both center and state level. Means up to 1975, 1977, 1947 to 1977, if you observe, only single party democracy, a single party domination was going on in India. But in 1977, what happened? We got alternatives even in a central government as well as in a state government, state level and central level. Both we got the alternatives. It means it was prevented from the single party democracy. We got the multi-party system. The multi-party means other parties also getting the chance to rule the India. Even Indian voters also got the reasonable choice to vote other party members. Up to 1947 to 1977, there was no choice to the Indian voters, only except Congress party. But in 1977, they got reasonable choice to vote. And not only that, this also allowed many different political viewpoints and sectional interest to become active in a state level as well as in a national level. So here, political viewpoints in a state level as well as in a national levels. So what are the political viewpoints here? Political viewpoints, Socialist Party and Hindu Nationalist and Communist. These all people have the different political viewpoints. And these parties also entered into the Indian governments, Indian political system. And sectional interest like a farmers, Dalits, a backward caste. These people also started means their own views to come forward to claim to assert their claims in the elections or in a political viewpoints. So here political viewpoints as well as sectional interest, these two together started entering into the politics. And number of non-political movements also happened here, like environmental movements, feminist movements, civil movements and literacy movements. These all movements were emerged and became more powerful motors of social change. So let us discuss again in next topic. Once again I am repeating here, return of democracy after emergency. So in this lesson we are going to discuss between 1975 to 85 period. So this period was testing time to the Indian democracy, especially why, because it was in 1975 it was began with a emergency, state of emergency in India, whereas democratic rights were denied. But by the 1985, if you observe, again it was ended with the victory of the Congress party. At the time, who became as a prime minister here? Rajiv Gandhi became as a prime minister. So it began 1975 to 85 and it began and ended with the Congress party. But Indian people got the alternatives here in a central level as well as in a state level. Means it was prevented from the single party democracy and we got other opportunities, other parties also to vote. Means Indian voters got the reasonable choice. 1947 to 1977 we had only one party, single party dominance. That was nothing but Congress party. But slowly what happened, this was allowed to many different political viewpoints and sectional interest. Like in a political viewpoints, which one in a state level as well as in a national level, like a socialist, Hindu nationalist and communist. These all people got the political viewpoints. Even sectional interest also, like a farmers, Dalits, a backward caste. These all peoples also coming forward to assert their claims here. And not only that, some of the non-political movements also happen, like environmental movements and feminist movements, civil movements, literacy movements. These all means these all things emerged as to become as a powerful motors of social change. 1977 elections and the end of emergency. So now we are going to discuss about 1977 elections and the end of emergency. Already in a previous topic we discussed that in 1975 Indira Gandhi called for emergency, state of emergency. It was continued from 1975 to 77. When elections were announced in January 1977, it took everyone to, means it was, everybody was surprised. So no one had expected elections to be held. Means 1975 to 77, this 2 years of period was in an emergency period. All democratic rights were denied and people did not expect any elections in India. But in 1977 in January, suddenly it was called for elections. The people were surprised. Even Indira Gandhi also, what she did, she was arrested some of the people in a emergency period, especially the political leaders, that all political leaders became as a prisoners. So that all political prisoners were released in 1977 before elections, and even some of the restrictions were kept, so that all restrictions were removed and censorship also removed. Censorship is nothing but controlling even media, print media and TV news media, everything should be under the control of government. That censorship also removed. Yeah, all the regulations in a restricted area, that also removed. And if you observe here, the major opposition parties, so by seeing these all, the major opposition parties decided to come together to challenge the Congress party. So that parties were Bharatiya Jansangh and Swatantra Party, the Congress O, nothing but opposite of Congress Party. And the fourth one is Bharatiya Lokdal and fifth one is Socialist. These five parties together, they joined to oppose, to defeat the Congress Party. That five parties together called as a Janata Party. These five parties merged and they called as a Janata Party. And it was a historical elections, and especially if you observe here in this, like a leaders of Jagjeevan Ram, he quit the Congress party and he went to the anti-national Congress party, nothing but Congress O. And some of the opposition parties like a CPI, SAD, DMK, these all parties were supported to the Janata Party. So they nothing but they are opposing the Congress government, and they wanted to support this Janata Party. Some of the senior leaders like a Jayaprakash Narayan and JB Kripalani, these two people, these leaders played main role to bring together all the parties toward the anti-Congress and anti-emergency. So these people opposed the emergency period. So that is the reason they called all the people anti-emergency people and anti-Congress parties to defeat the Congress. And it became as a historical elections in 1977. Finally, the Janata Party was won. The Janata Party came to the power here. Once again, I am repeating here. In 1977, if you observe, the people were in emergency period, but in the January, all of a sudden, they were called for elections. The people were surprised and they were shocked. They did not expect that elections to be held again. But Indira Gandhi, what she did, she released all the political prisoners and she removed the censorship, which was restricted the print and media, and some of the regulations also. She restricted some of the regulations she kept in restricted areas, like a freedom of movements, campaigns and meetings should not be done. These all regulations were removed. And the major opposition parties like the Congress O and Swatantra and Bharatiya Jansangh, Bharatiya Lokadal and Socialist. So these five parties, together they merged. They wanted to defeat the Congress party. By seeing these all situations, they wanted to defeat the Congress party. That is the reason they merged and they formed as a Janata Party. Even like a leaders like a Jagjeevan Ram, he quit the Congress party and he joined in an anti-Congress, nothing but the Congress O. So he joined in that, and some of the opposition parties like a DMK in Tamil Nadu, CPI and SAD, these all parties supported Janata Party to defeat the Congress. Some of the senior leaders like a Jayaprakash Narayan and JB Kripalani, they wanted to bring together all the anti-Congress and anti-emergency people, those who were opposing the Congress. They brought together all the people to defeat the Congress. Finally, in the 1977 elections, it became as a historical election, and Congress was defeated in a central level as well as in a state level, and some of the state level, not all the state levels, some of the state was won by Congress. So then all parties would means major states were won by the Janata Party. Then in a central level also Janata Party was won and it came to the power. And the Congress party was defeated at the national level, and it was the first time. And coming to the Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy was unanimously elected as a 6th Lok Sabha Speaker. On a 26th March 1977, he was elected as a Speaker. So here Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy he belongs to the Congress party, but he was unanimously elected as a 6th Lok Sabha Speaker on a 26th March 1977. And later on, he was elected as, again here also unanimously elected, unopposed leader. He was elected as a president. Once again I am repeating here. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy belongs to the Congress party. Even here, the party which formed, and just now we discussed that Janata Party formed in a central level. But even though they supported the Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy to become as a Lok Sabha speaker, he was how he won unanimously. He won as a sixth Lok Sabha speaker, and later on he was elected as a president of India, and a sixth president of in India, and on 25th July 1977. So he had he is the first prime minister and last prime minister who worked with the three prime ministers. Sorry, he is the first president to who worked with the three prime ministers like Morarji Desai, Charan Singh, and Indira Gandhi. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, he worked with the three prime ministers like Morarji Desai, Charan Singh, and Indira Gandhi. These two people are belongs to the Janata Party, and his Indira Gandhi belongs to Congress. So here, what you understood here, so like the practicing and accepting the personalities of the great statesmanship and with the high standards in the public life. So they preferred in the public offices means the people who have the great statesmanship or the people who have the high standards and good personality, they can refer into the politics irrespective of their party. So that is what here proved by the Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. Once again, he had a great statesmanship and high standard. That is the reason even the Janata Party also supported the Congress party leader to win unanimously as a Lok Sabha speaker as well as to win unanimously as a president. So that is what proved here. And coming to the Janata Party, so what kind of thing Janata Party did here, we'll discuss now. Once the Janata Party, victorious Janata Party, they formed the government in a central level. What mistake they did here means they dismissed the 9 Congress governments, means states governments. So Janata Party, when they formed a government in a central level, so in a 9 states, Congress government was formed. But that 9 Congress governments was cancelled by the Janata Party. They argued that already they lost in a central level. So that is the reason they cannot rule in a state level. So that is what they said, and they cancelled the government here. But afterwards, again the elections were held. Anyhow, it was proved, vindicated, little bit proved that by the victory of UP, MP, Rajasthan, Bihar. In these 4 states, again the Janata Party only won. So in a 9 Congress states was cancelled. Afterwards, again elections were held. So in these elections, which was one year? UP, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar. In these 4 states, Janata Party only won. And remaining like a DMK in Tamil Nadu. DMK party, regional party was one. In West Bengal, CPI, Communist Party of India. This party was one here. And if you see the Janata Party came to the power for promising of, they promised, before the elections, they promised that they will restore the democracy. So what they promised here? They will restore the democracy as well as they will restore the freedom from authoritarian rule. So they will provide the freedom to the people and they will restore the democracy. So these demands they promised. But anyhow, the disunity of the Janata Party, 5 parties together they formed the government here. The 5 parties merged and they became as a Janata Party. But these parties, people had a disunity. There was no unity in this party. So due to the internal squabbles and defections and factional struggles, that people only fighting each other. So due to this, within 3 years, the Janata Party government was cancelled. So within 3 years, the Janata Party government was fell down. And again, elections were held in 1980. So once again, I am repeating here. Due to the disunity or internal squabbles, defection or factional struggle, the Janata Party lost the government, and within 3 years in 1980 again elections were held. And again in a Congress in 1980, if you observe Congress party, in 1980 if you observe, Congress returned to the power again in those 9 states which was cancelled by the Janata Party. Again it was dismissed. Again they formed they conducted elections there. So anyhow, except Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, the Congress was regained again. Congress was won in those states. Once again in 1980 Congress, in 1980 elections were held again. So the Congress party came to the power. the Janata Party, which has cancelled in 9 Congress states, again was cancelled by the Congress Party. So all was won by the Congress Party except Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. Tamil Nadu was again occupied by the DMK Party and West Bengal by the Communist Party. But due to the issue, due to the these two parties, what happened here? This when they are coming to the central, so then what is happening here? The state governments, they are cancelling. So due to this, what is happening here? The federal principles are weakening. These people are making the weak as a federal principles, means the total central powers only they are using. So this was accompanied by the some serious challenges to the national unity. So due to this, what happened here? The state government started demanding for the greater autonomy. So whereas central government should not involve in a state governments. So then they were needed the greater autonomy. They needed the self rule. So even from the center are even wanted to this separate from India also, because of these activities. When these people are making these activities, the state people were exhausted, they were tired. So then they were, if they are not accepting, they wanted to separate from even India also. That is what the issue has happened. But finally, by use whatever the Article 356 these people used and misused, again this has went to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has given judgment not to involve in this, and even governor also should not involve in this matter to cancel the governments, state governments. So especially this issue is related to Article 356, which is cancelling the government.